Welcome back to History and Freemasonry, where ancient symbols reveal timeless truths. The northeast corner and the grave of Hiram Abiff. In the entered apprentice degree, the very first step in Masonry, the candidate is conducted to the northeast corner of the lodge. Why? Albert Mackey, in his Encyclopedia of Freemasonry, explains, "The northeast corner of the lodge is traditionally the place where the foundation stone of a building is laid. It is the point of union of the north, symbolizing darkness and ignorance, and the east, symbolizing light and knowledge. In ancient building practices, the cornerstone was always laid in the northeast to receive the first rays of the morning sun, a symbol of new beginnings, hope, and enlightenment. So too in the lodge. The candidate, having taken his first obligations, now stands upright in the northeast corner, a living cornerstone, set in place to build his own spiritual temple upon a foundation of morality and virtue. In the words of William Preston's Illustrations of Masonry, in the northeast corner, we symbolize the first stone of the spiritual building which each Mason is engaged in erecting, his own character founded on truth and justice. The northeast corner teaches the new Mason that even the smallest beginnings, properly aligned, lead to greatness. But if the northeast corner represents the beginning of a Mason's journey, the story of Hiram Abiff represents its greatest trial. In the Master Mason degree, the candidate enacts the legend of Hiram Abiff, the Grand Master of Solomon's Temple and the builder of its holy sanctuary. According to the Old Testament, 1 Kings 7:13-14, Hiram was filled with wisdom, understanding, and cunning to work all works in brass. But in Masonic legend, he becomes a symbol of fidelity and integrity under persecution. Hiram is confronted by three ruffians, who demand from him the secrets of a master mason. He refuses. 3 times he is struck down, remaining faithful to his obligation and paying the ultimate price. Albert Pike, in Morals and Dogma, writes, "The legend of the master is the great allegory of Masonry. Fidelity to one's obligations, to keep and guard the trust confided in you, even at the peril of your life, is the lesson taught by the death of Hiram. After his death, Hiram's body is secretly buried in a grave dug near the temple, marked only by an acacia sprig, symbol of immortality. So, what connects these two symbols, the northeast cornerstone and the grave of Hiram? They are the two ends of the Masonic journey, the first lesson and the final test. At the northeast corner, the Mason is a newly laid stone, pure and untried, full of potential. At Hiram's grave, the Mason is reminded that his life, like the temple, is temporary, but that integrity and the soul endure forever. As the Monitor of Freemasonry teaches, the cornerstone teaches stability and direction. The grave teaches humility and the hope of eternal life. In laying one's own spiritual cornerstone and remaining faithful unto death, the Mason fulfills the ancient charge, to build a temple of character that will stand the test of time. And just as Hiram was finally raised from his grave, so too does Masonry promise that no good man's light is ever truly extinguished. The northeast corner and the grave of Hiram Abiff may, in truth, be one and the same. One stone laid, one stone buried. One marks the beginning of the Mason's journey, and the other its highest lesson. Together, they remind us of this eternal truth. The stone which the builders rejected is become the head of the corner. Psalm 118:22. So, when you stand in the northeast corner, remember the man buried in a humble grave near the temple. For in every Mason lies the hope to build a life of virtue, and the courage to keep faith, even to the end. And I heard a voice from heaven saying, Blessed are the dead who die in the Lord, for their works do follow them." Revelation 14:13. Please like, subscribe, and share to spread the knowledge. Thank you.